What's up? Back with another vid in the fucking usual spot that we always at. Today, as you can see the title, we're doing a Brembo swap. This is, well, I'm swapping Brembos to Brembos, but I'm gonna just give a walkthrough on how you would do it with the stock calibers and stuff. You'll need the hood open, obviously, for the brake fluid, but I'm gonna give a walkthrough. I'm swapping to these. See the purple. See the purple on them. These are the ones I had on my old car, like super long. Alright, so starting off, here's what we're looking at. My bad. So we got the steel brake line upgrade to the Brembo caliber. When you take off your original one, you can do the steel line swap. It's from the coupe. It still fits on there pretty much the same. You just can't attach it to this screw. So like when you put the line in the caliber, make sure it's facing kind of like back so it doesn't hit the wheel. You could come up with something to hold it though, to the upper arm. It wouldn't be recommended, but I mean it would work. But so yeah, you don't have to disconnect the top line unless you decide to go with the steel lines. I've always ran the steel lines when I did the swap. I just like them more than the other ones. But if you're just gonna keep the original, just disconnect it out the back of the caliber. You'll be taking out this screw. It should be 10 or 12. Let me see. Yeah, it's a 10. So you'll be taking off the hold down, tie down, whatever, off the off the line. And then you'll be taking a screw out the back of the line, which would be a 12. So go ahead and disconnect the brake line out the back of the caliber or up top. If you're doing it up top, use flare nut wrenches. They're better than like regular wrenches because you may round it if you don't use them. They look like this. So you would need an 11 for the top brake line, and then I think it would be like a 15 for the bottom. That's the numbers for the metal hose. I don't remember for the regular hose. Alright, so taking out the back line, just be prepared to lose fluid, because obviously you would lose fluid. So I just put like a little rag down, nothing crazy. Of course, it misses the whole rag. So keep the brake line up if you're not replacing it, so it just won't like lose fluid. Make sure you keep this O-ring if you're not replacing it. It goes on the screw, like, so you can sit it either on the hole of the caliber or just go ahead and slide it on the screw before you put it back. So then removing the caliber, it's gonna be 2 bolts in the back. Yeah, I probably can't show them, but it's gonna be one at the top right here, and it's gonna be one at the bottom. They're gonna be 2 14mm bolts. So go ahead and take those out. Then I'll be removing the caliber. Alright, so that'll be removing the caliber. Pretty basic. Obviously, I'm not gonna take off this rotor because I didn't buy new rotors and pads. This was like a random purchase, and I didn't really feel like waiting. But if you have a spacer on there, obviously you gotta take it off to get the rotor out. It's gonna be 2 Phillip head screws. I recommend using a impact screwdriver. If you don't know what that is, I mean, just fucking look it up. It looks like this. It's a Phillips, and you hit it on the back, like you put it in there, and then hit it with a hammer in the back as you turn it. Then when it pops, it's supposed to pop the screw. But if you had a fucking dumbass like whoever did this car when I first bought it, you're gonna have to drill them out. It's not bad. You just gotta buy the bits for it. But I may swap the pads. I don't know yet. I gotta look. Bro, I'm so mad. I was putting the caliber on, and the E and the M scratched off, bro. I mean, the R, the E, and the M. So, bro, I'm so fucking. I'm so sick about that shit. But, so yeah, getting that on there. So, if you're buying a new caliber and they take everything out, so they take the pads out and stuff like that, use a brake decompressor, because you got to push the pistons in to be able to fit it over the rotor. So get you a brake decompressor, slide it down in there, and then however yours go, just spread them so it will slide on there. Or I decided to keep these pads that's in here. So I used a C clamp. So like just slide it down in there, and then put like a rag or something over these words, or push the pistons in from the back, because I think I did it on the front on this one, and that's how I messed up those words. I'm gonna redo them because I don't like the way that look. I'm gonna redo them when I do new rotors and pads, because it's gonna be soon. These pads, they don't have a lot of life, and the ones I had in there didn't really have a lot of life. So, but yeah, I'll show you how to do it. So like I said, just using a C-clamp. I'm doing this one from the back. The other one I did from the front, but I messed up the words. I mean, all I have to do is just put a rag right there. It doesn't really matter. But I'm gonna do it from the back. So just slide the C-clamp down in there and twist it. And do it outside or over a rag, because it will push out fluid. I'm only doing it this way because I don't feel like taking out the hardware to get a brake decompressor down in there. So I'm just using a C-clamp. Alright. So like I said with the rear, same thing. Brake line, remove it, 14. So I recommend taking out the top caliber bolt, removing the brake line, hanging it up. You see where I kind of wedged it, and then take off. So like take off the brake line before you go for the bottom caliber bolt, because the brake line will kind of be in your way. It's kind of like a really bad angle. So take off the brake line before you go for it. I use a wrench, a 17 wrench, to get it off. You can't really fit a ratchet down in there, but if you have a pass-through ratchet, you'll be able to get it. But once I get this off, I'll show you. Alright, so once you get the caliber off, go ahead and remove your rotor, get those Phillips out. Then here's one of the kind of custom things you got to do with the rear, is you have to bend this dust shield. So you're gonna have a dust shield that supposedly comes over the stock rotor. So like all the brake dust that get thrown off of it gets stuck in the shield and not go like on the wheel and like the back of the car. But with the coupe rotor, you can't fit it on with the dust shield. So get you a pair of vice grips, and then just grip this and bend it. Grip it, bend it, bend it. You can take an angle grinder to it and cut it if you want, but I didn't feel like doing that. I got one, but I didn't feel like doing it when I first did it, so I just bend it back. You'll bend it all the way. Hold on, let me show you. You see that? You'll bend it all the way around, so you get the clearance where it's not touching the rotor. When you first do this, you may leave a spot, and when you first drive it, you're gonna hear a slight grind. or if you put it in neutral right now and you spin it, you'll be able to hear it. But you're just gonna have to get like a flathead, like wedge it back there and just bend it, like get a pair of vice grips and just bend it all back. Also, the other thing with the rear is if you're running wide tires, the brake line will hang too close to the wheel, to the inside of the wheel. So what I do is I get a zip tie, put a little electrical tape on it just so it gets like more durable. Then I put it on this bottom arm here. Leave a little slack in it because the arm does move a tad, but I've been running it like that for a while. No issues, no yanks or anything. If you want to access the top of the brake line, just take this screw out, and then it's the same little gadget. It will be clips like on top of that thing. Just get a flathead and beat it in there and pull up, and the clip will pop off. You don't have to put it back. Alright, like I said, with the rear caliper, do the bottom bolt before you put the line on. Like I said, I got a ratchet and wrench. I'm going through the bottom to the screw, and they'll give you enough room to tighten it up that way. So, got this other rear done. No big deal. Like I said, just bend the shield all the way back. You can kind of spin it. If you hear a grind, that means you gotta bend it back more. Got the caliper decompress put on there. I'm just gonna clean it a little bit, wipe it off. Then we're gonna do the front, and then I'm gonna show you how to bleed them, and then that's pretty much it. Alright, so bleeding the brakes, we're just gonna be using like a DIY method. I lent somebody my brake bleeder, and I have never seen that shit again. So if you don't know this method, what you do is you get a bottle, put a little bit of brake fluid in there, get you a 3/8 hose, 3/8 ID. It's the hose size. This shit is stiff as shit. Oh my god. Alright, I'm pretty sure that's the hose size. Then get you a flare nut wrench. The bleeder screws are gonna be an 11. I'm pretty sure. I don't like the way that feels. Hold on. Alright, so this ended up being strip. It's either gonna be an 11 or a 12. I remember when I first sold these dude these calibers, I told him he would need to replace those, but I don't think he ever did. So I just use an extractor socket. You can see that. So you're just gonna want to loosen it where fluid can come out. You're gonna want to start the furthest away from the reservoir, and then on the caliper itself, you're gonna want to do the outside bleeder. The inside bleeder screw first, and then the outside. So you crack it loose, put your hose on there, and then you'll pump the brakes about 3 times. Let fluid get through this, let the air get out, and then you'll close the bleeder, and then you just do that from the passenger rear, the driver rear, the passenger front, and then the driver front. But I'll show you. Yeah, this is easier with a second person. So like you would just open it, wait right here, tell him pump it twice, pump it 3 times. Then he will hold it, and then you will tighten it, and then be done. But see, I pumped it about 3 times. You can see there's no air bubble in the line going up. So that's good for me to just go ahead and close it, and then move on to the outside one. So the passenger rear should be done. Onto the driver rear. Like I said, I'm just using an extractor socket, getting out the back bleeder first. I'm just going to the also make sure you keep an eye on your brake fluid, how much brake fluid you have, because when you're pumping it, you're losing fluid. So just keep an eye on that level. But All I'm doing is just going in here, pumping it. Then going back over here, see all the bubbles out. I'm just tightening the bleeder screw and then going on to the one in the front. Alright, so we got all 4 sides down. Just doing a quick walkthrough. Make sure your lines are tight, bleeder screws are back tight. I mean, you will notice a leak when bleeding them if you get extra fluid all on the floor, if you didn't tighten the line all the way. But everything seems to be good for the most part. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start it since it's on jack stands. Pump the brakes, put it in drive, and just make sure everything stays stay having pressure. Make sure you put your cap back on your brake fluid so air doesn't get in it. But I'm just gonna show you. I mean, pretty easy swap. Like I said, the only custom thing is the rear. Just gonna always pump your brakes when you first do them. And then we're gonna put it in drive here. Everything feels good, stopping good. That's pretty much it. This car smells like straight fucking gas, but we don't see anything else. That just shoot out the exhaust when I alright, well, we don't see anything else dripping, because I mean, you would visibly see it if it was leaking. Everything feels good. We're just gonna clean up, wipe all the calipers down, and then we're gonna drop the car back down. I mean, that'll pretty much be it. I'll show you a video with them on the car after I drop them down. Alright, brakes on. Bro pulled up. BMW motherfucker. At IG. I would love carbon. Shit clean.
Wait till I just swap the whole body.
Okay.
I'm just gonna keep one part of the BMW and swap everything else so I can still say it's a BMW.
She gonna be, what the hell is that?
It's a BMW. Like, nigga, this is a Lexus.
No,
it's not. Just because it says Lexus on the front does not mean no. Open the door, show the seatbelt. BMW, I told you.
Purple done though. Like I said, light work, easy job. Shit basic. Just make sure you fill the brake fluid reservoir again. No leaks. But I definitely like the purple more than the red. I just gotta make sure they're not leaking. And the red ones are already sold. So sucks to suck. But appreciate it for watching. Catch you on the next one. Peace.